Okay, so before you start a look like this, you want to put your necklace on first, because once the hairstyle is done it can be a bit difficult. You also want to put the blouse of your outfit on if it goes over your head first too, again for the same reason. You don't have to tighten it up actually, I'm just going to let it hang loose. Yes, I've started by putting my fringe out of the way. I've also sectioned away a section sort of just around the crown like that, out of the way, and I've just not curled, but I've twisted it up and put it out of the way then, just above there. I'll use that later to create a little quiff. I've also put in a rubber band around my hair on the side where my shoulder is going to be visible, and I've just tied that up in a little ponytail, keeping all the sides quite smooth. I haven't prepared my hair in any way, like I haven't straightened it and I haven't curled it, I haven't done anything special like that. Taking a section of hair like this, I don't know how wide that is, it's about 2 centimetres wide, not too thick. I'm just going to twist it. As I get to the bottom, I'm not going to twist too tight, I'm going to start pulling it up, and you can see it creates this beautiful little curly mess here. I'm just going to pin that around the side of my head here. I want most of the curls to come around this area here to the side, but this style really can be done in any way. Using a bobby pin, I'm just going to secure that in place, like that. I can tweak it later. Taking another section again. I'm going to keep repeating what I've just done, but pinning all around to create the shape. So where I pinned one back there, I'll pin this one up above that one. I'm not making any sense today. Tired. Pulling out gently, and then just sort of place that around loosely. Don't pull it too tight, you don't want it to lay flat. And bobby pin that in place. You will get little taily bits like this, and you can wind them around your finger and tuck it in as you're going along, or do them at the end, or let them hang out for a slightly messier look. It's up to you. If you've got a lot of hair like me, you could curl some bits, leave some bits hanging down, or if you have some human hair extensions, you can clip those in beforehand and curl them too, and leave them dangling down for a fuller bun, as well as the hair curled at the bottom. It's got a beautiful curl there which I want to show. I might just don't want to hide it. There you go. My hair, by the way, is unwashed, dirty cow that I am. It's about 3 days unwashed, so it makes the hair and the curls really shiny and much less flyaway. So when you do these curls, you don't get the little bit sticking out too much all over the place. So it is helpful if you haven't washed your hair. You know, it doesn't matter too much. The hair will just have a really lovely sheen to it. If you find that the hair doesn't want to curl, you can always just pull back down again. Smooth out with your fingers a little bit, and then use your hairbrush, starting at the tip of the hair, at the end of the hair, and then just pull that out. That usually happens if you've wound the hair too tight and you haven't taken enough hair. Probably haven't taken enough hair, and I wound it too tight too. I'm going to have it coming cascading down actually, because I quite like that look, and I've been doing it on my clients lately. Just taking a pin and then just loosely pinning that to the other curls and trying not to flatten what I've got there already. It hasn't worked because I have flattened it. You can see it's perfectly round from the side. Let's set this on behind, I think, a little bit. If your hair naturally sits well, you can, you know, do that, push up, and it will stay in place. Especially with the thicker, coarser hair, it will stay in place. But because I'll be dancing, I'm not going to be dancing today obviously, but when I do, then I would like to pin it. So all the hair is up now and it's come down in this lovely shape. You can have it more rounded, but I've allowed mine to cascade down and forwards a little bit because my hair is longer. I'm going to give it a good shake and see where it's floppy, because if I'm dancing I don't want any of these bits flopping about and eventually falling out. So anywhere there is gets a big pin and gets pushed up, and I'll also keep a few pins in my bag with me so that if any do come down, easy to push up, and you can always just twirl your hair and make the curl again if any do come out. It's just so low maintenance, this hairstyle. Okay, so that's done. There are some few hairs that come out, but I don't mind. If they were the really long ones, then I'll just coil them up and twirl them back round and secure them up. But I think this, as it is fine. I don't even need to spray it, so I'm not going to. Top now, it's up to me to decide what I want to do with it. Now, I like a bit of height with my hair, to be perfectly honest. Just take that down. And I just found a floppy bit. There we go. And you can see now the section that I took out. You don't have to, and I'm regretting taking that out now. Just brushing it through. You need to just back comb it a little. Okay, a lot. Just gathering at the back, like I did before in my other tutorial. Don't know if you can see. Pinching the ends just there, and then I'm going to pin across. Just making sure that the transition here is okay, because this is where it can get really, you know, choppy and it looks a bit bad. So I'll make sure that's okay, and then just pinning straight across that. If you want to wear a tikka, you could probably have put in a tikka before you started back combing. It's probably best to do this part at the very end, because if you try and do it before and then tuck the ends into the hairstyle, you could potentially end up pinning through this hair here that's left, and then just ruining all that work you've done, and have to, you know, have a puff that's not perfect. I'm just going to twist that hair very gently and push up and incorporate that into the style as well, into the bun as best I can. If you've got ends sticking out, you can either pin them in or just back comb them. Back combing didn't really do the job I wanted it to do, so I'm just going to pin them in. Such as is my French, which I'm going to blow dry in place. Actually, I'm not even going to blow dry, because I remember what happened at my brother's wedding recently. I left my fringe loose and hanging down, and it just wobbled everywhere, and really, when you're dancing like that, you don't want it to. So I'm just going to do this in the opposite direction, well, in the direction that it normally falls into, and pin it. Seeing this bit here, I don't know where that's come from. So the hairstyle is done. You can see it's stunning, and you know, you can have it for anything. It doesn't have to be just for Navratri. Back, you can see it looks like that. That's the side. You can finish it off with a gorgeous fun piece like this, which I'm not going to put in because I don't want to spoil the hairstyle, don't want one in for now. The makeup should be quite light and fresh, simply because you don't want to put a lot of effort into it, you will sweat it away. And sometimes if you're going to Garba Navratri after work, then you might come home at 5:30, 6 o'clock, you need to get changed, showered, you need to eat something, do your hair and makeup, so you know there isn't you know, a lot of time, and the quicker you get ready, the quicker you can get there and have more time to dance. So I've kept my makeup fresh. First things first, I've used my Studio Secrets primer all over the T-zone where I know I'm going to sweat. That will help keep any concealer and foundation that I've got in place, and just create a barrier. It's not exactly waterproof, but I do find that my makeup stays on with it. Then I've used my orange mix of concealer and colour corrector just to deal with lightly the pigmentation. I haven't gone overboard with it today. And then I've put my darkest mineralized satin finish number NC42 on my cheekbones only, just to give a little bit of depth to my cheekbones. I've also put it around my chin and around my forehead. And then I've mixed these two, which is a lighter version of that same foundation, NC30, and this NARS Medium 3 Stromboli Sheer Matte foundations. I've mixed the two and I've put that everywhere else, and this foundation itself just gives me a slight sheen, so it gives me that nice playful, youthful look that I want to my makeup. Set that with Pro Set powder from MAC. Then I've gone over my cheeks with this pink colour from Body Shop. This is called Petal, and I've just gone and very lightly applied that just all over my cheeks, missing out this top area here. And on that top area I've just used this beautiful gold shimmer powder just on the top there. I've also applied that just here as well to highlight under the brow. On the eyelids, just up to the crease, I've only applied Rubenesque and nothing else. And you can see that just there, it gives a little sparkle, but nothing too crazy. I wanted to focus on the cheeks this time. And then I've applied Daniel Sandler mascara. And then on the lips, I've got this NYX Purple Rain lip liner very lightly, and then I've got NYX's Lip Jumbo Pencil in Honey on the lips. So have fun, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.